Guys, in this video today I'm going to be talking to you about the issues with the new feral tree. Hopefully someone from Blizzard, who obviously designed this tree, who doesn't even play Druid, will see it, and hopefully we can have some changes made. So the latest changes, for those who didn't see it, I'm sure you've all seen it, is basically an 18% nerf from Rip and Rake, which are our main damaging abilities, which I believe was implemented into the game because the 4 set essentially gives you 10% increased damage on Rip, Rake, and Thrash damage, and then some critical strike on some other abilities. Now, this works okay, and it mitigates, the damage nerf if you have 4 set, if you were lucky enough to get 4 set, and even then, it still doesn't translate the same. With the way that PvP modifiers work, they obviously want us to play a more single target bite driven build. Unfortunately though, bite is already tuned down in PvP. So you have all these modifiers that are already working on an ability that's tuned down in PvP. Like, for your stars to align, for you to have every single bleed up, Rip, Rake, Thrash, the bleed from Incarn, the bleed from Feral Frenzy, like, to have all of these, and like even Rip and Tear, to have all of them up at the same time, the stars have to align, and that's pretty much only going to happen once. Like, Feral Frenzy only lasts 4 seconds, so to get the maximum amount of damage and actually make those bites worthwhile, it's not really, like, it doesn't happen. You can get it once, pretty much, and that's about it. Now, the other thing is how unattractive the Druid points are. So to get Astral Influence, which is a pretty good ability, you have to take Movement Form, you have to take Sunfire, you have to take Sunfire and Starfire. Like, it's just ridiculous. And taking Clone means you have to take 2 points in Nurturing Instinct. So to get to Clone, you either have to waste 3 points here, or you have to waste 3 points here. In reality, in Arena, you're never going to use Rejuve, you're never going to use Swiftmend, you're never going to use Wild Growth, or Moon Form, Sunfire, or Starfire. So you get these dead talents where you just, it doesn't make any sense. Now, the other thing is Soothe. Like, when do we use Soothe in Arena? Like, why does it have to be like this? These 2 points here, Wild Charge and Soothe, should be swapped around so that if you want to take Soothe, you can take Soothe, and if you don't, you don't have to waste a point. If we didn't have to take Soothe to get down to Stampeding Roar and Lycara's teachings, then we could possibly spare some points to put into Cyclone or Astral Influence, depending how you want to play. Okay? Now, fundamentally, the biggest issue is that they have made a build that they want us to play, which is the single target bite build, but the single target bite build is not very attractive. It is clunky. We've mostly built ourselves on Mastery and Verse, and our haste is low. The bite build requires a bit more crit, it requires a bit more haste. It becomes less about Mastery, even though Mastery is good. It just makes the build extremely clunky. I just don't know how they thought changing this tree was going, in the way they have, was going to make it better. Like, taking Lunar Inspiration means you have to take Sudden Ambush. Sudden Ambush is not a very good talent, so it's locked behind Sudden Ambush. No, so that's 2 points you have to waste. It is all over the place. We essentially have the same build as previous, but we get Berserk Heart of the Lion. Well, this is my personal choice. You don't have to play this build, obviously. And Berserk Heart of the Lion is not amazing. Like, if you have 100% uptime on a target dummy, you'll get half of your CD of Incarn. Now, if you're in a game, this is probably going to translate to maybe 20 or 30 seconds off before Avatar's off. Avatar of Ashman, Incarn's off. I'm not sure about this design, and I just don't think it's very good. I guess I'm gonna get the question, like, is Feral good? should I play it? I do not think Feral is good. I think Feral is okay. I think it is playable. I think if you are really good at Feral, you can still do the things that make you really good at Feral. Damage is not the best, but it's workable. Like it's not like you do no damage. You do damage, but you're just like bottom of the pack. There's people who are much worse out there. Should you re-roll? I mean, like if you're new to Druid and you just roll Druid to be flavor of the month, then yeah, probably find the next flavor of the month. But if you actually truly enjoy the class, I would suggest to get on the forums, to get on Twitter, tag Warcraft devs, make it known how unhappy you are about these changes, because that's really the only way that things are actually going to get changed. So guys, things are pretty grim, but I mean, hopefully we can, you know, even like a 5 to 6% buff on Rip and Rake puts us back into a fairly good spot. We just don't have anything. We have a root every time we use some combo points. That's all we have. We have like 2 stuns. Everyone in the game has stuns. Like you're just DRing all over the place. We need clone. Making clone kind of probably down here after rejuve might work. Yeah, this talent tree is awful. The person who made it has obviously never played the game. So guys, make some noise. Legit, like Feral got nerfed because people were talking on the forums. The only way to get Feral buffed is to get on the forums and just make some noise. If you have any questions, guys, let me know. You can copy this build if you like. It's pretty good. I tried the bite build and it was shit. So yeah, pretty good build.